Overwhelmed by social media and digital marketing? Mystified by techie terms? Do you want more traffic to your website? More leads? More sales? Then watch this.
Hi, I'm Giselle Aguiar, the AZ social media whiz. I've been doing internet marketing since 1995, but my background covers retailing, hospitality, travel, tourism, sales, publishing, as well as traditional marketing and advertising. Today's digital marketing is complex, and there are a lot of parts to it. Just like a machine, some parts can break or not work right, and you have to determine what's wrong before you can fix it. What if your efforts don't work? You're trying, you think you're doing everything right, but your analytics are telling you that something's not working. Worse, you're not getting sales. If you're getting reach on your ads, that's your or organic non-paid posts, but they're not clicking through, then it's the wrong message or the wrong audience. If you're getting click-throughs to your website, but people aren't converting, then it could be the website, the call to action, the landing page, or even the product or service. And a bad user experience will cost you sales. So this is scenario one. In this case, people are seeing your ad or organic non-paid posts, but they're not clicking on the links and they're not engaging, liking, sharing, or commenting. Scenario two, you're getting clicks and traffic to your website, but you have no sales or conversions. That is, visitors are not doing what you want them to do, like download your freebie or join your email list or buy something. How do you fix the problem? Well, it could be the message doesn't match the audience. Your website is ugly or doesn't function as it should. The landing page is too distracting. The call to action, or CTA, is not visible. There is no follow-up. So let's take a look at each one of these. The message doesn't match the audience. So you have the right message to the wrong audience, the wrong message to the wrong audience, the wrong message to the right audience, but you want the right message to the right audience. So here's the fix to this problem. You need to look at your social media insights. Each of the social media networks offers analytics or insights. Study them. Who are your followers? Look at the demographics, age, gender, location, etc. What types of posts got the most engagements, like, shares, clicks, or comments? If you did paid advertising, how did you select your audience? Those are the users your ad would be shown to. I do highly suggest using the network's own advertising departments, as they can help you determine why your ad isn't getting the reach, but is getting the reach but not getting clicks. They want you to succeed when you place ads with them. Who's your target? Clearly define your target market audience and create personas. And you can have more than one target audience. What are their pain points and problems that your product or service will solve or alleviate? Why would they buy your product? So research your target audience. What resonates with them? Look at the age bracket or generations. You talk to a millennial differently than you talk to a baby boomer. Which social media networks do they frequent the most? You can't skip doing research. Are you business to business? Well, your main targets are other businesses, but you still have to deal with people in the business. Who is the decision maker in the company? This person becomes your consumer. What's their size, location, goals, objectives? What's their main service or product? Most important, what is their problem or pain point that you're going to solve? How are you going to make their lives easier, more productive, or successful? How has the pandemic crisis and the economy affected them? Maybe you want to reach businesses that are thriving in the crisis and need help with the sudden demand. Business to consumer, your main customer is the average consumer who would buy your products or hire your services. And you can have more than one persona. What are their interests, desires, wants, needs? What are their pain points? What are their problems? How have they changed? Are they working from home now? They shopping online more? Are they using apps? And a company can have both B2B and B2C targets. So consider what percentage is business and consumer so you can split your marketing efforts accordingly. And your message to a B2B customer is different than a B2C customer. So you can't use the same advertisement for both. Which network? So are you on the right network? And you learn this by doing target market research and checking your analytics monthly. Don't set up a profile if you're not going to use it. It's worse if someone clicks on a social media profile and sees nothing there, or if they see that the last time you posted was over a year ago. It hurts your reputation. So crafting the right message. You need the right message to the right audience. So if you've determined who your audience is, so you got to craft the message. So if your posts or ads were getting reach and no one was clicking on them, then it was scenario one. So what's the right message? Here's where your research comes in. So what is the pain point that you can solve for your target? You have 7 seconds to catch someone's attention online. As a result, you need quality, eye-catching videos or graphics, visuals. Furthermore, test your ads or promo graphics and videos with friends, colleagues, or even a score mentor to get an objective opinion. Make sure if you use people in your ads or videos that they reflect your target market. For instance, don't use a picture of a young, healthy gal when you are catering to people over 40 with a health product. The better message. Not everyone is a good writer. That's okay. The good news is that there are a lot of free resources online to help you. Here are some tips. Use action words, commands, like learn more rather than visit website. Create a sense of urgency. You've got FOMO, that's fear of missing out. Use a phrase, only a few left in stock, limited time offer, limited to 50 participants. Okay, the problem. Okay, how are you going to fix their problem? What's their pain? How are you going to alleviate it? What are the benefits? They're thinking, what's in it for me? Okay, that's not what's in it for your business. It's what's in it for the consumer. Videos explain benefits in the first 15 seconds. Storytelling. Okay, tell stories, even make them up. Make them up. A lousy user experience. Okay, this is a big one. Okay, so focus on the user experience, the UX. The UX is everything a potential customer touches from their initial website visit or finding you on social media to the conversion, whatever you want them to do. So check your website and UX in all web browsers and mobile devices to make sure everything looks and works well. Okay, so your website is your 24/7 salesperson. So make sure everything is working correctly and they have a smooth transition. The buying journey makes sense. Don't make people jump through hoops to purchase your product or service. Your search function is easy to find. Okay, so usually it should be up in the upper right hand corner or somewhere that's easy to find if somebody wants to search for something. Make sure that your website works on all web browsers and mobile devices, especially now with the Core Web Vital updates. It's coming up, and there's an article on my website on that, so you can check it out. It's coming up now in June of 2021. So I have details on my website, so you can go and check that out. Make sure everything works right. Okay, test everything. Okay. Make sure you've got good, interesting content. Those are blog articles, videos, podcasts, whatever. A bad UX will cost you sales. Okay, so how do you fix this? So how a visitor enters, you want to think about this. So there's 3 ways a visitor can enter your website. So think about it as like your website was a real brick and mortar office building. So you have your front entrance, that's your home or front page, or another static page like about products or services. A blog article, so it's coming in the side door because if they parked in the back or something, or they parked on the side, so they came in with a blog article from a search engine or social media, or they saw an offer to a designated landing page. Okay, so that's the other back entrance where you've got the special line for the people that actually want to buy a specific product, or you have a specific offer. Okay, so what experience does each entry have for them? Okay, the fix. Look at your website's analytics. Okay, so there's 3 ways a potential customer can find you. So you're the search engine. So check your meta description. Okay, this is the little paragraph that comes up in a Google search that has a description of the page. Okay, so this is important. A lot of people skip this, and there should be one for your static pages, your about, services, whatever, your product pages, and each blog article needs to have one too. So, and this is what a potential customer is going to be reading on the search engine that should entice them to click on through, because that's what they're looking for. Okay. Test your SEO, and there's a free tool called Uber Suggest. Okay, so that's really important, because, and you're going to find that when you look at your analytics, that people come from the most people come to your website through the search engine. Then you have your social post or advertisement, and then another referrer like a chamber of commerce or association, or your, some other thing that you belong to, that's, and then directly. So they had your web address from a business card, or they saw an advertisement outside, or a postcard, or something like that. And your analytics are going to tell you where your people came from, and they need to be set up on your website. And Google Analytics is free. So you want to go to analytics.google.com and set up an account if you don't already have one. You want to know how many visitors did you get each month? Where did they come from? What were your most popular posts or pages? What's your bounce rate? That is, people landed then left without going to another page. They read an article and left, or it wasn't what they wanted. So Google Analytics and their search console will also tell you what search terms got them to your site. Okay, and this is another one besides Uber Suggest. So they're 2 free good tools to get as much information as you can about the people that are coming to your website. How long did they stay on your site? How many pages did they view? Having links to related blog posts to help them to stay longer. I'm doing, I regularly do an SEO class. Look for the SEO video here in my YouTube channel, or you can click on over to my website and search SEO. I've got a ton of articles on SEO on my website. So one fix for this is the keywords. So what are people searching for these days regarding your business? Have the phrases and keywords changed in your industry? What questions are they asking? Okay, use the Google Keyword Planner. You can enter 10 phrases or keywords, and you can change them if you don't get, many results with one of them. You can find an alternative, and they actually give you more suggestions. Check your geographic area. If you are local, obviously put your local area. You got to know how far is someone going to drive to your brick and mortar location. Okay, if you're e-commerce, okay, you're shipping in the US only, can you ship to Canada? You want to make sure that you've got everything in there. If you're global, just leave it open. You want to look for keywords and phrases and questions that have high monthly searches and then low to medium competition. Okay, so the link to the Google Keyword Planner is in the notes for this video. Another fix: research your competition. Who are you up against? What are they doing? What makes you different? How many followers do they have on social media? How often are they blogging? What is their message? What are their CTAs? More important, where do they come up on the first page of Google compared to you? Okay, are they on the first page and then you are like on page 5? Okay, you've got a lot of work to do. Trust and credibility. Now, a reason potential customers don't convert may be lack of trust and credibility. You need to build trust and credibility because people buy from whom they know and trust. That hasn't changed. And we know in today's world, a reputation can be lost in seconds, especially in these days. And how do you build your online image? By participating in building relationships, being active on the social networks, and creating and sharing content that shows you are an authority in your industry or field and that you care. Also, being transparent. People want to know who is behind the business. Make sure your LinkedIn personal profile is up to date with a current headshot as well as your company listing, which should be branded well and look like an extension of your website. In fact, all your social media profiles should look like extensions of your website. Ask Happy Camper clients to provide reviews on Google, Facebook, and Yelp. Too many choices. Okay, so you can't have a landing page with too many distractions that will take the visitor's eye off the intake form. Now, this is for a special offer. So your landing page is your selling page, like a free ebook, a coupon, watching a free ebook, watching a free video, selling a book, or featuring one product. So make sure the message solves the prospect's problems or pain points. Okay, one offer per landing page. Explain everything, including if they will be joining an email list. Make that clear. So no other navigation should be on this page. No distractions. And make it a form easy to fill out with no more than 2 or 3 questions. I remember I was signing up for a webinar and this thing wanted my whole life story. It had like 20 questions in there. And I'm like, I don't need this webinar that bad. Okay. And I was out of there. um, 2 or 3 questions. You can do other surveys later on, whatever. But just when you want to get their name and email address, just ask them 2 or 3 questions. That's it. Okay, and then make sure it works. Test, and test it again. Okay. And then a highly visible call to action. Whatever you want the visitor to do should be the first thing that they see when they land on any of your website pages, whether it's a static page or a blog article or a landing page. Make it easy for the visitor to do what you want them to do. Don't make them work. Put your call to action at the end of every blog post and page. And don't forget your sidebar and footer. Follow up. So it all starts with content, a blog, videos, podcast, or gallery providing the fresh material that Google is looking for. Plus, you want to become a content magnet. So how do you do that? You promote your content on social media. And that's the formula. Content plus social media gives you SEO or traffic to your website. Given that, you must have a website that's set up to capture leads. That's where that call to action comes in. You want to convert a visitor into a lead with an enticing offer, then have them in some sort of email automation system to nurture them into a sale. And that's where many hot and warm prospects fall through the cracks, lack of follow-up. The fix, email marketing. Programs like MailChimp and Constant Contact have what's called automations. So your sign-up form, again, can ask 1 to 2 questions, no more than 3. This segments your list. So then they go into a personalized email drip campaign automation based on their answers. So in a couple of days, they get you send them a welcome, thank you, a link to whatever you offered them via a page and an email. Okay, so make sure that they're getting it. And in 1 to 2 days, follow up with a video. Once they've watched the video, then send them an offer. And then send them a newsletter at least once a month with excerpts of your most recent blog posts. This gets them back to their website. Back to your website, that is. Okay, so this is a typical conversion funnel. Okay, first you get the prospect's attention or in this discovery phase. Not everyone is ready to buy right away. and not everyone who discovers you will become a customer. Then they show some interest. Okay, so maybe they've read a blog article, or they're kind of sort of convinced, but not exactly. That is, they'll look at more than one page on your website. They'll check out your social media. They'll look for reviews. And at this point, they still need some convincing. They may join your newsletter list or download an ebook or whatever you offer. Then the desire, they've compared you to your competition. They're deciding whether whatever you offer is what they need or what they want, and they can afford it. And the final step is obviously taking action, and then hopefully become a happy camper customer and an advocate for you. All right, so these are the steps to effective marketing. If you skip any of these steps, you're going to come up short. Okay, you got to do it right. If you're going to do this, you're going to do this right. Okay, and you're going to waste your time, effort, and money and not accomplish what you need to do. First, clearly define your target market. And you can have more than one. Research the research. This is a step you can't afford to skip. Okay, what is your target market social media habits? What keywords are they going to use? Enter into the search term. Then set some SMART goals. Okay, SMART is specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time bound. Okay, then develop a strategic plan. This outlines the strategies to accomplish your goals, and this includes your marketing message. Okay, so you can have 3 or 4 different target market personas. So what's your strategy to reach each one of them, and what's your strategy in each of the networks? Okay, what type of content are you going to put out there? That's all in your strategic plan. Then you've got the tactical plan. So the tactical plan is how you're going to implement the strategy. That's basically your to-do list. So you're going to do 1 or 2 blog articles. You're going to spend this much. You're going to spend a lot of time up front building your following, especially if you're just starting from scratch. And so you want to put that tactical plan together. Set up, brand, and optimize for SEO. So with all that keyword research you did, you're going to want to put those keywords everywhere. Okay. Learn how everything works. Okay. Create and curate content. So you're going to create your content, whether it's videos or podcasts or blogs. And then you're also going to find other people's content that's relevant and related to your business or industry, but it's not competition. Okay. Implement, engage, and build a following. So figure in the beginning, if you're starting from scratch, it's going to take about 90 minutes a day to start seeing results. And if you don't put in this time up front in the first month or first 30 days, it's going to take you longer to start seeing results. Once you've built your following, you can go into management, and you can manage everything in 30 minutes a day with a lot of the free tools that are out there, like Hootsuite and Buffer. There's a whole mess of them. Get your marketing automation set up to entice sales. And then monitor and measure monthly. Check your analytics and insights to see what's working or not working. So pick a day, the first week of each month, to look at your analytics of the previous month. And then that will help you to adjust your plan for the next month. So if you go month to month, you can manage it all. Okay. Now, if you're on a tight budget, this is the best thing that you can do. It's my my ebook. It's available on Amazon Kindle, and it's $30. Okay, so and it has everything step by step what you need to do, and then you could also has links to download a lot of templates and everything. It's basically the formula that I use when I work with a client. Then if you need one-on-one help, I do a live Zoom chat, or you can book a one-on-one class with me. And I'm sorry this date is wrong because it says May and we're heading into June, but it's every second Saturday. I am on Zoom. You can click on open to my website, azsocialmedia.online. For the link to join, the Zoom link to join. And so between 10:30 and 11:30 a.m., I do record these. So if you can't make it, they are going to be featured on my YouTube channel and also in my newsletter, which you can pop on over to my website and click the free download to grab your free Define Your Target Market workbook, and even schedule a free 15-minute phone consultation. And I'll take a look at your marketing, I'll test your SEO, and I'll give you some tips on how you can improve it. And you can get on my email list. Thanks for watching, and get social savvy.
Thank you for watching. If this video helped you, please like it and subscribe to her channel. Then, click on over to the AZ Social Media Wiz website to download the free Define Your Target Market workbook, or schedule a free 15-minute phone consultation and review of your marketing efforts.